Peace, love, and light, my beautiful gods and goddesses. I am Queen Spirit, and welcome to Veggie Me Please. Because you know, and I know, and they know, Veggie Me Please is all that you need. So before we get into this podcast, I want to make sure that you like, subscribe, and cut on that notification bell, because I want you to be the first one informed when I upload these videos, because you know I'm coming with some information that is going to help you on your journey. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If I have any new followers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me tell you, like I tell all of my sunshines, honey, you are going to love it here. You're going to love it here. It's a beautiful place in your over self, and I'm here to help you on your journey. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about the full moon and releasing, and we're actually going to be piggybacking off of our first two episodes of releasing past trauma. So this will be part 3, the final part of releasing past trauma. We will continue to touch bases on it, but after we have released it, we need to come on now and start getting to basically healing. We done released it, we're healing, and now we are becoming our over selves, our best selves. So today, it's the 13th. It's not the 13th. I'm sorry. It's Friday, January 6th, and it is a full moon in Capricorn. And usually with the full moon, it is the energy of letting go and releasing. So one of the rituals that helps you on your journey with releasing past trauma is burning on a piece of paper or on a bay leaf some of the things that you want to let go. Like if you want to let go of procrastination, you want to let go of a past hurt. If you want to write a letter to your assailant and just say, you did what you did to me and I forgive you. Whatever it takes for you to want to let it go, you write it on this piece of paper and you burn it up under the energy of the full moon. But one of the ways that I came up with to help you, because I know sometimes with me, what I did was to get me to start unburying buried hurts that some I didn't even know I had. I had to start thinking of good times in my life. And when I was thinking about the good times in my life, it helped me to remember some of the bad times in my life. So one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to sit with yourself. And if you want to get a mirror, or if you just want to be in your thoughts, and get you a piece of paper, and I want you to write down on this piece of paper what your best self looks like. What does your best self feel like? Like, touch yourself. What does your best self feel like? What does your best self walk like, talk like? What kind of job does your best self have? What kind of car? What kind of partners? What kind of friends? What kind of conversations does your best self have? I want you to write all this stuff down on this piece of paper. And then I want you to look at the paper. And if everything that you wrote on that paper isn't describing who you are right now, now I want you to turn into your best self. And in your best self, I want you to have a conversation with who you are right now. And I want you to put on that piece of paper everything that is holding you back from being this person that you just wrote down on this paper. Is it that you want to lose weight? Write on the paper. Is it that you want to be more spiritual? Is it that you want to not be so promiscuous? Is it that you want to not be a drug addict? Whatever it is that you feel is stopping you from having your ideal man, or your ideal job, or your ideal home, write it on this piece of paper. I got bad credit, or I don't get paid enough. Whatever it is, write it on this piece of paper. And then once you write that on a piece of paper, I want you to pray. pray to the Most High, your Creator, your God, I want you to pray and let God know that you are releasing everything that you wrote on this paper. You are in your over self, because only your over self would know and would want to get rid of things that are in your lower self. So in this moment, you are in your over self and you're telling God in your over self, God, I don't want this no more. I don't want to carry this baggage no more. It's stinking up my house. I ain't took out no garbage in 20, 30 years. I need to get rid of it. I want to hang up some curtains. I want to take some pictures and make some memories, guys. So I want to let go of all of this so that I can live in this life, in this person that I am right now, speaking to you. And then you know in your heart that it's done, and so it be. And you take that paper and you outside. You can't do it in the house. Please do not try to do this in your house. Do not say Queen Spirit told you to do it in the house. Queen Spirit said go outside. Go outside anyway. Get used to going outside. Coming outside of your four walls. Get used to going out. Oh, me and my husband stay on the beach. Stay on it. It's like the most fulfilling. And with the sun, it's like I can't even explain it. It's a very fulfilling experience. Today when I went outside and I meditated, I laid in my backyard and I closed my eyes before I looked up. And something just said, open your eyes and look up. When I looked up at the sky, it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen before in my life. We have to get used to being outside in nature, being one with nature. It's a beautiful thing. But you will burn the paper outside, away from your home, in a safe, well-ventilated area. Don't burn down no trees either. And then, while you're burning the paper, you will feel that stuff being pulled from you. Whatever you wrote on that paper, feel it being pulled from you. Know it's being pulled from you. Believe that you have the power to pull this from you. I'm telling you. Pull it from you. Know it's pulling from you. And once it can finish burning, allow the ashes to blow in the wind. When I burn my papers, I always ask God to not let it harm anyone else. Let it die. I don't even want what I have been through to go back on the people who inflicted it on me. Nobody deserves that kind of hurt. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like nobody deserves that kind of hurt. I wouldn't wish my hurt on anybody, not my worst enemy. And I don't have any enemies. Not none that I've created in my higher self. Now, I don't know about my lower self, but Queen Spirit has no enemies, and that's who I am. Okay, so I always say kill it, destroy it, and never allow it to harm anybody else. Whatever you choose to say, that's on you, but that's what I say. I just feel like I just always want to be the bigger person. So after you have burnt your paper, allowed it to fly away and disperse, it is no longer a part of you. It's time for a housewarming party. So what you do is you start making out your housewarming gift list. Follow me. All right? On your housewarming gift list, you're going to start with I am. Instead of saying I want or I need or I would like for you to give me. I am, because you know they already going to give it to you, because your friends and family and the people that love you, they rich. They are rich. They get you whatever you want. They give you the black card you asked for, honey. So anywho, I am. I am wealthy. I am a joyous person to be around. I am traveling across the country. I am eating wonderful vegan food. I have visited vegan restaurants all across the universe. Whatever you want in your new house, you write it on that piece of paper and you put it in your thoughts. I am. And you write as many as you can think of, and you just keep filling that paper up. And every day you get up and you read that paper. I am. And keep adding more to it, because you have released so much. You have room to redecorate. And you're going to start looking in the mirror and you're going to start seeing that person that you described on that paper. I'm telling you, I am Queen Spirit. I'm telling you, you are going to, and it's not going to take, you think it's going to take a lot of effort. The biggest effort that you can do is to do it. Once you get up and you decide that you want to change and you start taking the steps to change, things will start coming very easily. You're going to look up and you're going to be a whole different person. I recently took a picture. I think it was New Year's Day I took the picture. And I had seen and I was looking at the picture. I was like, man, God, I have lost a lot of weight. It's like, man, when did because I'm not a person that's always in the mirror. So I was like, man, I didn't notice it, but a picture's worth 1,000 words, I tell you that. I looked at a picture that I took back in 2000, I think it was 15, and I was huge. Huge. I had on a waist trainer, honey, and my stomach was pouring over the waist trainer. And if you see the picture, you can't even tell I got away. It ain't holding nothing in. My stomach was so big it couldn't hold it in. It was terrible. But I keep that picture because it reminds me of where I came from, and it inspires me to keep going. I don't want to be in my lower self. I don't want to go back to being my lower self. I know what that feels like. And now that I know what it feels like to be in my higher self, I want to stay here. I love it here. It's a different kind of peace. It's a different kind of sanity. I remember when I was in my lower self, I wasn't happy. I tried everything in my power to find happiness with actually wanting other people to make me happy or to love me. So I tried to fit in to groups that I wasn't. My puzzle piece wasn't the right fit for this. And now it's like, my love and my joy is not forced. When I go around people that genuinely love me, it's a whole vibe. The energy just hit different versus when you uncomfortable and you wondering if they talking about you, if you wondering if your outfit is cute, you uncomfortable because you just put on something that you thought was gonna be cute, but it's too tight or it's too short. And I can truly be my true self, and I love it here. And let me just tell you, you're gonna love it as well. It is a journey, but like I said, the hardest part is just starting. Once you start, you're not going to want to stop because you're going to start seeing the results. And the more that you see the results, the more you're going to want to keep digging in and digging in and digging in till you finally become who you have always envisioned, who you always knew was up under all of that bullshit that you have been holding on to. Like, I knew. I always knew. I did. I always knew. But I just didn't know how to get to her. And once she started peeking out, ain't no going back. Ain't no going back. I remember when I became vegan, I was like, nah, I ain't going back. Yeah, you can't catch me. You can't even pay me to eat some steak. The whole concept of it. It's just, I was talking to my husband, and I was like, the more the years that keep going by that I'm a vegan, the more I start questioning like why other people aren't vegans. Not even just because about the not eating meat in the vegetable part, none of that. I just like today, it was just like, it just hit me like, they said that killing is a sin, correct? But it only applies to us because we walk up straight. It doesn't apply to animals because, or it's only certain animals, because I know they even got laws out here for dogs. How is a dog more important than a cow? But it's okay to kill a cow, but it's not okay to kill a human or a dog or a cat or a bird or whatever house pet you got. But if somebody had a cow as a house pet, would they be brought up on charges? They killed that cow because they got hungry and ate it? Like, I'm not trying to understand the concept of it. But anywho, my whole thing I was coming up with was, if God wanted us to eat steaks, he put apples in the tree. If you take an apple off a tree, the whole tree ain't gonna die. It's gonna reproduce another apple. It's gonna continue to reproduce more food for you to eat as long as you take care of the tree, correct? But once you kill the cow ain't coming back. It can't reproduce. It's done, over with. So why would God create an animal, and we're all supposed to be as one, for us to kill and eat if killing is a sin? If he wanted us to eat steaks, why didn't he just make a steak tree? Why did he make a sausage tree? Why did he make a fried chicken tree? Why didn't he make all of these things so that the animals wouldn't have to die for it? Or it says thou shalt not steal, but it's okay to steal the eggs from the chicken and sell them in the grocery store, because I'm pretty sure y'all didn't ask them chickens, hey, when you put out these eggs, I'm going to take your kids and I'm going to sell them. You okay with it? I'm pretty sure they're not saying, yeah, they okay with it. But I'm just trying to understand the logic of it. And that's why I am vegan, because it's not making sense to me. Like, when stuff starts not making sense, it makes me start looking at an alternative way of making it make sense. And to me, it just doesn't make sense to ingest meat when you can sit up here and literally live a healthy life eating lively foods like fruits and vegetables. Foods that's going to give you life. It's going to give you energy. It's not going to have you sitting around just slouched down on the couch wanting to play a video game or watch your stories all day. It's going to want you to go. It's going to make you more drawn to want to go outside and get fresh air. It's going to make you want to be one with nature. It's going to make you want to sunbathe and sun gaze. It's going to make you want to do all that things, because I told you I went out in the sun the other day and I was hungry, but I just wanted to catch the sun because, you know, we're still experiencing winter. And so the sun peaks out for a little while, but it still be kind of cold. So I try to get out there when the temperature is at its highest. And it usually lasts for a good hour, but I was just running back and forth. I'm like, I just want to get some of the sun, just want to get some of the sun. And I was like, I want to eat, but I don't want to miss the sun. So I was like, I'm going to wait. Went outside, sunbathed, sun gazed, and came back in and started doing something. Forgot all about it. I was hungry. I went for at least another 2 hours before I even ate. And I look at it like, trees, nobody nurtures trees. Nobody takes care of trees, but trees are all over this world. All over this world. Unless it's literally on your property and you feel like it's going to cause any kind of harm to your house, then that's when you usually try to take care of a tree. But most of the time, people don't take care of trees. But these trees always bloom beautifully during the summer and spring months. And even though their leaves fall off in the fall and they're bare in the winter, they still come back full, beautifully bloomed. And the only thing that they're getting is sun and the rain whenever it decides to rain. But every day consistently, they're going to get sun. You don't ever think that you're just as majestic as a tree. Like you're a up and walking tree, because we all come from the same elements. We are all one. You are a mirror. I am a mirror. My next podcast is going to be on the laws of attraction. That right there, that's what you need to tune in for. Laws of attractions. You are what you attract. What you attract is what you are. You might not see it, but it's in you. If it's something that's coming into your life, you're an magnetic person. You attract what's in you. So I try to be, or I am, the best part of me, because I want to attract more people that are like me, that are unconditional loving people, that are loyal people, that are joyous people, that are free-spirited people, that are spiritual people, vegans, yes, people that care about their health and that are wealthy, that are uplifting and encouraging and supportive. That's what I want to attract. So that's what I am. That's what I am. I put out in the universe what I want to come back. So at this time, then it's full moon energy, because it's so amplified. It came in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. So it's super amplified. And remember, whatever you manifest, whatever you think, you have the power of amplifying it. Don't think you can't manifest bad things too, because you can. It's all about what you put your energy in. And the one thing about your lower self and your higher self, they can't survive without each other. But it's supposed to be a balance between the two. The lower self don't want to be down there by itself. So it's going to continuously try to keep you down there with them. It's up to you to stay in your highest self. So constantly tell yourself, I am wealthy. I am beautiful. I am a joyous person to be around. Now you're going to hear, you are ugly. You are fat. No, you ain't. Don't nobody want to be around you. You have to not give your lower self that energy. This is new for you. It's like taking baby steps. It don't just cut off overnight, because it's going to continuously try to pull you back down in that era. But you have the power to stand up. It just takes some discipline. It takes a little energy. But you're going to love it here. You're going to love it here. It's worth it. When you hear those negative voices, those negative thoughts, you hit them with, I am protected. I have more than enough. I am beautiful. And the more that you keep saying that, and you keep speaking that, you become that. You stay in that energy, and those voices get softer and softer and softer. They are never muted, but they will get so faint that you will barely hear them. It'll be like a buzz. Huh? What? Huh? Ooh, what? I ain't nothing. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am successful. I am worthy of great things. I am traveling all across the United States. I am traveling all across the 7 seas. I am interacting with top chef, vegan chefs, and giving them input. Who? I am that I am. I am. And you are too. You are too. So in this energy, you still have today and 3 days after to use this energy. Use this energy as much as you can, as hard as you can. Go hard or go home. This is the first full moon of this year. This is our year, the year of the number 7. You have the power to create your destiny. You done took out the garbage, so ain't no reason why your house ain't decorated. I want to see memories. I want to see photos. I want to see keepsakes. I want to see curtains. Take them sheets off them damn windows. Throw some paint on them walls. Your house is clean now. You have let it go. You have released it. It can no longer harm you. What better way to ha-ha in your destroyed memory space than by elevating up? Come off the ground floor. See what the top level look like and feel like. If you don't like it, that's fine. It might be a little overwhelming. It might be a little scary. I never forget when I looked in the mirror one day. I called my mother or my sister and I was like, do I look different to you? And my sister, she was like, different how? I'm like, I don't know. I just look like I look different. But when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see who I had used to see. I felt different. I looked different. And it's like I said, it's been a journey. This isn't something that happened overnight. When I tell you, waking up one day, deciding to be a vegetarian, never knew why I wanted to be a vegetarian. I just wanted to see if I can do it. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with creating and recreating. That was my ego. Definitely was my ego. Because I was intrigued with impressing people that I can turn an everyday regular meal into a vegetarian meal. And still now I still do. But now I'm eating with a purpose. My journey has shifted. Now I realize what my purpose is. Every time I do something, I'm doing it with a purpose. I created this podcast for a purpose. I'm doing this video for a purpose. My purpose is to reach as many people as I can to help them on their healing journey. Because if I heal, you heal. My ancestors heal. Your ancestors heal. I remember when I had started this podcast, me and my sister and my mom, we did an episode called Family Secrets. And I can say that was one of my best podcasts thus far, because it was the eye-opener for me to continue on the healing journey. Like, I had just started it. I was at the beginning stages of it, but it made me dig deeper just from those episodes, because so many things, so many skeletons was pulled out of the closet. And I lost a lot of people. It was torn. I had people angry with me because of that podcast. But that's because of the ego. We have to learn how to come out of side of our ego and realize it's bigger than us. It's way bigger than us. My life, my journey has been bigger than myself. And I realized that on that podcast, because on that podcast, I was revealed that me, my mother, and my cousin shared the same molester. 3 generations. My cousin is, I think she's about 4 or 5 years younger than me. My mother's 19 years older than me. 3 generations, 3 separate occasions, 3 different locations, and we shared the same molester. And this man was able to go through, and probably even more, if I was able to talk to some cousins on that family side, I'm pretty sure they would say it happened to them too. But just from what we know, it was 3 of us that shared the same molester. And this man was never charged or even spoken to about what he did. It was just, he did it and it was swept up under the rug. Nothing happened. And finding out that this man, this predator, was able to just freely go through family members, female family members, and do his due without anything happening, that's when I found out it was bigger than me. Because we needed some healing that went further back than me. Because this thing that he was doing was destroying generations and generations. I know when me and my cousin talked about it, I could still hear the hurt in her voice when she said what happened to her. And it happened 20, 30 years ago. I remember when I talked about it, it made me feel disgusted when I remember the act. My light went out, y'all, so don't worry. I still look beautiful. As long as y'all can see me and hear me, that's all that matters. But I remember feeling the disgust that I felt like it had just happened. And that's when I realized this is so much bigger than me. I don't care about the embarrassment of who I used to be. I'm not that person no more, so you can't hold me hostage to that person. I mean, you can ridicule that person all you want to, but that ain't me, so it's not affecting me. I don't care if you tell whatever I did. If you go back on my Facebook page and go back through some of my posts, I did a whole let me tell you on myself video because I wanted people to see I'm so much bigger than who I used to be. I'm not ashamed of who I used to be because I was in a lower part of myself. I was in a different headspace. My body was different. My mind was different. I'm not that person no more. So you can't hold me hostage to what I did in the past. If you didn't check me then, you can't check me now. Honey, that check gonna bounce. I'm not who I used to be. And I'm okay with that if you don't accept me for that. If you haven't taken a chance to sit down to get to know me, I'm okay if you don't want to talk to me no more. I'm okay if you don't show up when I invite you to stuff. I'm okay if you don't never invite me to none of your stuff. Because obviously this puzzle piece don't fit into your little divine design. And I'm okay with that because where I go now, I'm welcome. I'm embraced. I'm happy to be there. They're happy to see me coming. It's a whole vibe. But like I said, we are releasing, we are letting go, and we are moving forward on this journey in our best self. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace, love, and light. And happy releasing, taking out the garbage day. Let's go. I can't wait to see this journey, your new attire, your new wallpaper, color, whatever you're going to design in your new home, honey. Make it amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. We journeying together. Peace.